All right, hello and welcome. So if you're running a club, you totally know this feeling. Your debate team needs to get to regionals, your coding club needs new equipment, and you're staring down the barrel of yet another fundraiser. It feels like a nonstop cycle, doesn't it? Well, today we're going to talk about a much smarter way to fund your club's mission, one that will get you beyond the bake sale for good.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? You spend an entire weekend covered in flour, begging friends and family to buy brownies, all to raise, what, $50? This quote just hits the nail on the head. The effort is huge, and the reward is, well, it's pretty small. So what's the alternative?
Okay, so here's the first big idea we need to wrap our heads around. Fundraising for your club is not just a smaller version of what giant nonprofits do. It's a completely different game. And the good news is, it comes with its own set of rules and, as we're about to see, some really powerful and unique advantages.
And this really lays it all out. Yeah, okay, we have our limits. Less time, maybe a smaller pool of donors. But look at our strengths, and these are huge. A tight-knit community, personal connections, and the ability to show people exactly where their dollar is going. These aren't weaknesses, they're our superpowers. This brings us to the solution. Instead of relying on these one-off, high-effort events that burn everyone out, we need a toolkit, a set of practical, sustainable fundraising models that are built specifically for the strengths we just talked about. These are your high return on investment plays, the most bang for your buck. And here it is, the toolkit laid out as a path forward. We've got 6 distinct models that are going to form the core of your new strategy. We're about to dive into each one, but you can already see the goal here, right? It's about creating a steady, predictable stream of money that doesn't make everyone want to quit.
Let's start with the absolute foundation, membership dues. You know, this gets overlooked so often, but it's the simplest way to get predictable income. Just think about it. If you have 20 active members paying just $10 a month, that's already a solid base to cover all your core activities.
And I love this because it captures the real power of dues. It's not really just about the money. When people pay, they are literally invested. They've got skin in the game. It creates this sense of ownership and makes sure that your active members are truly committed to making the club succeed.
Okay, model number 2 is all about monetizing what you're already great at. Every single club has a skill. Maybe it's coding, public speaking, photography, whatever. You can package that expertise into a workshop and charge a small fee. You're actually providing real value.
And this is the key psychological shift. You are no longer just asking for a handout. You're offering a service. People are happy to pay when they feel that they're getting something awesome in return, especially if it's an investment in their own skills.
Now for the fun stuff. Think about a low-key, recurring social event. This could be anything: a trivia night, a movie screening, a little mixer. You just charge a small admission fee that covers your costs and leaves a little extra for the club. You build community and your bank account at the same time.
It is the perfect win-win. Your members get a fun, regular event to look forward to, the club gets tighter, and you bring in this consistent, small-scale income. It's the kind of fundraising that doesn't even feel like fundraising. Okay, so we've got our small, steady streams of cash coming in. But what happens when you need a bigger chunk of money for a specific goal? That is where crowdfunding comes in. And the absolute key here is to be specific. It's not we need money, it's we need this exact amount to do this really exciting thing. And this gets right to the heart of why crowdfunding works so well. A specific campaign with a deadline creates a sense of urgency. It gives people a compelling story to rally behind. A vague, general plea for money is easy to ignore, but a specific cause like send our team to nationals, that feels immediate and important. Now let's think a little bit beyond your members. Your club is a community, right? And you can offer access to that community to local businesses. You could go to a local pizza place or a coffee shop and offer to promote them in exchange for a small sponsorship or even a percentage of sales on a certain night. This is a classic win-win-win situation. The business gets new customers, you get some revenue, and you actually strengthen your club's ties to the local community. It's a true partnership where absolutely everyone benefits. And finally, the big one, your annual signature event. This is your one major fundraising push for the entire year. It can be a tournament, a gala, a talent show, an auction, you name it. This is where you combine everything: ticket sales, raffles, sponsorships, for a really significant revenue boost.
You know, the magic of the annual event is that it becomes a tradition.
It's that memorable experience that people start looking forward to every single year. It builds this incredible community spirit and becomes your single largest source of funding.
Phew, okay. So we've got our 6 models. Now, the real genius here is not in just doing one of them, but in weaving them all together into a strategic, year-long plan. This is how you create real sustainability.
Just take a look at this sample calendar for a second. See how the different activities are spread out across the year on purpose? You've got a membership drive to start, then your major event in the spring, and a crowdfunding campaign in the fall. This is exactly how you prevent burnout and create a predictable rhythm to your fundraising.
And this is why it all matters. That number, almost $7,000, is what a single debate club could potentially raise by combining these different streams. Seriously, just imagine what your club could do with that kind of money. It's the power of diversification. All those small streams coming together to create a river of funding.
Of course, a plan is only as good as your ability to actually do it, and that includes collecting the money. The key here is to make it incredibly easy for people to pay. Use mobile payments, offer automatic payments, maybe tie benefits to being paid up. And most importantly, be super transparent. Show people exactly how their contributions are making a difference.
All right, before we wrap up, let's talk about what not to do. Knowing these common mistakes can save you a world of headaches and help you fundraise smarter, not just harder.
Let's just run through these 4 big ones really quick. First, constant fundraising. No, stick to your calendar so you don't exhaust your donors. Second, asking without a relationship. Always connect before you collect. Third, poor accounting. You have to be transparent to build trust. And finally, and this is a huge one, forgetting to follow up. Always, always, always thank your donors and show them the amazing things you accomplish because of them.
So we've covered the whole toolkit, from small tweaks to major events, which brings us to this final question, and it really is the most important one. Don't try to do everything at once. Just think about it. What is the one model, the one change you can implement this month to start moving your club beyond the bake sale and toward a truly sustainable future? Thanks so much for joining.